Ladies and gentlemen, please give us up for McGinty.
Well, thank you very much. My name is Barbara, and I haven't been a comedian very long. This is my 4th appearance, so bear with me. But he reminded me, speaking of crappy Valentine's Day presents, my husband got me a giant pack of granny panties, and they were like size 20. And I opened that package up and pulled it out, and I went, "Really, honey? Thank you." He is now my ex-husband. That had a lot to do with it. Trust me, it really did. So think carefully about your gift. And if you get our granny panties, get ready to split 50-50. Everything's good. Trust me on this one. I mean, you know, it's not like I'm going to wear the single string thong, but it's the thought that counts. You know, I really don't care to dental floss my ass, but it's the thought that counts. You actually think I might look attractive in it, or you're pretending you do. And I'm willing to go with that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this week I've been watching, you know, I watch a lot of the History Channel. So I turned to the History Channel, they had this great special on. It was all about the fall of ancient Egypt. Then I turned to the News Channel, they had this really great special on. It was all about the fall of the current Egypt. It's fascinating. It's like the whole round spectrum. It was spectacular. But oh, have you heard about that they're now adding another astrology symbol? Yes, they are, and I'm really pissed. I'm sorry, but I was a big astrology fan. When I was a teenager, I could like look at people and go, "Oh, you're a Libra," and it would freak people out. I was very good at it. Now I've got to call somebody I gotta look this up because it's hard to. Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. Well, Ophiuchus you. I am not adding, and I am not going to become a Capricorn. Screw you. I am Aquarian, and I'm staying in Aquarian. It's like, good grief, who do you think you are? Coming up and telling me astrology is all wrong. And you don't know how many people have become Scorpios, and they're not happy about it. You know about Scorpios? Oversexed. All they think about is sex. So here, now, my poor little Virgo friends who used to be virginal and sweet and kind have turned into sex fiends. It's just wrong. It's not right. You can't do that. Okay, let's see. This guy walks into his doctor's office, and he's got a carrot in his ear, and he's got a celery up his nose. And the doctor looks at him and says, "Well, I can tell you one thing right away. You're not eating right." Oh dear. So let's see. Oh yeah, Sarah Palin. I really hate the bitch. I watch her reality show because I'm hoping she'll trip and shoot herself. Or maybe be killed by a pack of wolves. I mean, God knows it's payback time. I mean, seriously, I hate her. So then, when Obama does this lovely speech, beautiful message, well received, everybody loves it, she gets on her little tweeter, which, by the way, how old is she, 12? I'm serious. She gets on her little tweeter and goes, "WTF this, WTF that." And then she says, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way." Yeah, right. Yeah, so, what did you mean? You know, was it, let's see, it could have been witches, trolls, and fairies? What did you mean? What did you mean? Yeah. And by the way, don't brainstorm when you're drunk. because my husband and I last night were sitting around brainstorming, trying to figure out things that WTF could stand for. It's a lot harder than you think. Truly is. It's very difficult to do. We went with, let's see, there was Whiskey, Trisky, Fisky, and we figured that was, just to point out the fact that she's crazy. Whiskey, Trisky, Fisky. We thought that was genius last night. We were like, oh, that is so funny! No, it's not. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the shoes are for the ladies. You're welcome. I try to do something for people on Valentine's Day. So if I'm not terribly funny and you see this, I'm just trying to get that. So bear with me. Let's see, there was another one, where's the fish? Because she's upset that Wendy's doesn't have the fish sandwich anymore. Genius. We were thinking. There's, let's see, white things fear. That was actually not too bad. White trash freedom. How's that one? That's a good one. White trash freedom. Yeah, I think, but my favorite really was witches, trolls, and fairies. That one really makes sense. A lot of sense. No, it doesn't. Okay, oh, last week was my birthday, so I bought myself Rock Band. And then I had a party, and I invited a lot of people to it. And they all played Rock Band. And they became a real rock band. I was afraid they were going to trash my house. It was awful. They were getting into each other's faces. It was just like, hey, don't you touch me. I'm doing the singing. Well, why don't you just back off and let me do my part? And I'm just like, okay guys, come on. It's a game. It's a game. You are not really a rock band. You do get this, don't you? Okay? You're all losers. You're not a rock band. Get over it. But yeah, they really were. They were fighting like a true rock band. Okay, Skeleton walks in a bar. He says, give me a beer and a mop. Think about it. It does work. Let's see. Okay, you don't have to cuss. You know? You can be creative. You can say like, when the excrement impacts the rotating perambulator, I will not let it fornicate me north. There are all sorts of things you do not have to be crude, people. You can just be intellectual and get by. Oh, and one of my favorite things to do is to watch Jeopardy and I guess the answers before the questions. So when the categories come up, it'll be like 60s rock bands. You pause the TV, then you just start shouting stuff out. The Beatles, Rolling Stones, the Turtles, and you get like 5 or 6 of them up, and then you turn it back on, and each time they answer the question, you know, if one of the answers is your answer, you have won twice. So you double your money. It works, trust me. All right, let's see. I'm going to end with a joke. A terrible joke, but my favorite joke. Okay, my favorite clean joke. Let me clarify that. All right, so there's this guy who's driving down the road, minding his own business, and he hits a rabbit. And he's going to just drive by and forget about it, but at the side of the road is a farmer standing there just kind of looking at him like, so he thinks, he feels a little guilty, stops the car, backs up, goes around to his trunk, opens the trunk, pulls out a can of spray, goes over to the rabbit, sprays the rabbit on one side, flips it over, sprays it on the other side, throws the can in the bushes, gets in his car and drives away. And the rabbit starts to hop away, but about every 3 feet, it turns around and goes, and then it'll hop about 3 feet and go 3 feet until it's gone out of sight. The farmer goes over to the bushes, looks down, picks up the can, says, hair restorer with natural wave. thank you very much. I really didn't even want to say. I did enjoy it.